I said, yo, stupid. I know. You ain't winning nothing anyway. And the money.
Man, ladies and gentlemen,
Which one of y'all is ashtray? What's up, partner? Heard you got my.
He appeared in some of the most culturally significant black films of the entire 1990s, sharing the screen with Jada Pinkett Smith, Queen Latifah, and Ice Cube, helping define an entire era of American cinema. For the past 9 months, his family had been asking the public for one simple thing: prayer. On the 26th of August 2026, those prayers came to a heartbreaking end. Samuel Monroe Jr., the actor whose film debut in Menace II Society helped shape 90s black cinema, died at the age of 52, following a devastating months-long battle with meningitis. Today, we're telling the real story of his life, his breakout career, and the difficult final chapter his family fought through together. Samuel Monroe Jr.'s mother, Joyce Patton, confirmed his passing in an emotional Facebook post on Thursday, August 27th, thanking her Facebook family and friends, both new and old, for praying for her son. She wrote, "But today God called him home," and asked everyone to honor her final request by continuing to pray for the family, especially, she specifically noted, his 3 children. According to TMZ, Monroe passed away at approximately 10:24 p.m. Pacific Time on Wednesday, August 26th, at a hospital. Monroe's health crisis had actually begun many months earlier. He was first hospitalized back in April of 2026 with a severe case of meningitis, along with MRSA pneumonia, a serious and dangerous lung infection, and additional medical complications. As his condition progressed, he was placed on dialysis to help regulate his kidney function. According to a GoFundMe page set up by his stepdaughter to help offset the family's mounting medical costs, Monroe spent months moving between multiple hospitals and 2 separate rehabilitation centers, an experience the page described as placing immense emotional and financial strain on his entire family. In a devastating update shared in July, Monroe's wife, Shawna Stewart, revealed that he had suffered more than 20 seizures around July 30th alone, leading to dangerous swelling around his brain. Doctors reportedly told the family he might ultimately live the remainder of his life in a vegetative state. In the days just before his death, his mother had filed for court-directed conservatorship, a legal step families sometimes take when a loved one can no longer make decisions for themselves. Samuel Monroe Jr. was born on the 28th of November 1973 in Los Angeles, California. He began his acting career in the early 1990s, appearing in the Patti LaBelle starring sitcom Out All Night in 1992 and 1993, before landing the role that would define his career. In 1993, Monroe made his film debut in New Line Cinema's Menace II Society, directed by the Hughes brothers, playing the cousin of a central character named Elena in a film shot around the time of the 1992 Los Angeles riots. The movie became an instant, culturally defining piece of American cinema, and Monroe's performance introduced him to audiences nationwide. From there, Monroe built a steady, respected career, appearing in some of the most beloved titles in 1990s black cinema. He appeared in 1995's Tales from the Hood, 1996's Set It Off, alongside Jada Pinkett Smith, Queen Latifah, and Vivica A. Fox, playing a character named Lorenz, and the same year's comedic genre spoof Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. In 1998, he starred as Junior, the brother of Ronnie's character, in Ice Cube's The Players Club. His television credits during this period included NYPD Blue, Murder One, Smart Guy, and The Steve Harvey Show. Monroe continued working steadily in the decades that followed, appearing in Southland and Black Jesus, along with more recent film projects including She Ball, Blood Sacrifice, and 2023's Pax. At the time of his death, his IMDb page still listed an upcoming comedy film, Extra'd Out, as being in pre-production, a reflection of just how actively he continued pursuing his craft, even as his health struggles unfolded privately behind the scenes. Samuel Monroe Jr.'s cause of death has been consistently attributed to complications from meningitis, following his lengthy hospitalization that began in April of 2026. It's worth noting, in the interest of full accuracy, The TMZ reported a brief moment of conflicting information the morning his death was announced, when a hospital representative initially told them Monroe had been discharged alive. Given the consistent, detailed account from his mother, his family's GoFundMe updates, and confirmation across numerous major entertainment outlets, that discrepancy appears most likely tied to hospital discharge paperwork or a transition into hospice care around the same time, rather than any real uncertainty about his passing. Out of respect for his family during an already difficult time, we won't speculate further. Samuel Monroe Jr. is survived by his mother, Joyce Patton, who remained his primary public voice and advocate throughout his 9-month health battle, and his 3 children, who his mother specifically asked the public to keep in their prayers as she announced his passing. Reporting on his personal relationships has varied slightly across outlets. His partner, Shawna Stewart, referred to in some reports as his wife, shared regular, heartfelt updates on his condition throughout his hospitalization, and her daughter, Monroe's stepdaughter, organized the GoFundMe campaign that helped support the family through his extended medical care. Given the nature of Samuel Monroe Jr.'s career, primarily built through supporting and character roles across film and television since the early 1990s, no verified, official net worth figure has been widely reported for him. What is clear is that his family faced significant, real financial strain during his 9-month hospitalization, a burden serious enough that loved ones turned to public fundraising to help cover the costs of his ongoing medical care, a reminder of just how quickly a health crisis can affect a family, regardless of a person's public profile or career history. Samuel Monroe Jr.'s story is, in many ways, 2 stories at once. One is about a young actor who helped bring some of the most culturally significant black films of the 1990s to life, work that continues to be watched, studied, and celebrated by new generations of film fans decades later. The other is about a family who spent 9 agonizing months fighting alongside him through an unimaginably difficult health crisis, never losing hope and asking only for prayer in return. Both stories are part of who he was, and both deserve to be remembered. Samuel Monroe Jr. gave audiences some of the most memorable supporting performances in 1990s black cinema, helping shape films that remain touchstones of the genre more than 3 decades later. He leaves behind his mother Joyce, his 3 children, his partner Shawna, and a body of work that will continue to be celebrated for generations to come. Rest in peace, Samuel. Thank you for the characters you brought to life, and for the films that continue to matter. If Samuel Monroe Jr.'s performances meant something to you, we'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below sharing your favorite role of his, or sending your thoughts to his family during this difficult time. And if you want more respectful, in-depth tributes to the actors who shaped film and television, don't forget to subscribe to Your Star Facts.